ITA for putting pressure on my sister after she found out her husband got another woman pregnant? My sister has been married for 10 years and she has 3 children with her husband. She found out 2 weeks ago that her husband cheated on her at least a dozen times and got the other woman pregnant. This, of course, has been the most awful thing for my sister, and I have been supporting and comforting her ever since she learned what happened. My sister has spoken like she is heavily leaning towards staying with her husband so their kids' lives don't get turned upside down. She has said that she could not be around the child though and would never accept them. I understand her feelings are all over the place and that she's still raw with all of this. But when she talked about staying and mentioned her feelings for the child, I felt like I needed to step in, and this is where I might be a jerk. So there is some background as to why I feel so strongly. Our dad was the result of an affair. He was not American and his country of birth did not give divorce as an option. So his father's wife stayed and he ended up with custody of Dad. Dad was made to suffer for his birth, and it was something that really weighed on Dad for the rest of his life. He said he was born hated and he knew he would die hated if his half-siblings were still alive in his country of birth. His childhood was miserable and there were times he wondered how he survived his childhood. It was rough and he moved to America young to start anew and have a better life. We were told about this a few times and I always think of Dad and the pain he carried because of his childhood. So I truly feel divorce is better, and especially when it's so easily available here versus what Dad went through and what his father's wife went through with no options to leave. This is why I told my sister she shouldn't stay just to keep her kids' lives from turning upside down. I pointed out that it was not healthy for anyone. I told her to think of Dad. She told me I shouldn't be putting pressure on her right now. That she knows what Dad went through, but this is her kids' lives. It's her life. She told me I wasn't helping anymore, and that's what she needed. Help via me listening to her and shutting up about leaving. Then she told me I sucked right now and I should be more worried about her than anyone.